One of the things Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski had to do back when they took over, the franchise was not in a great spot. So they had to try to redo the culture. Again, this is from that same Unplugged podcast. Kevin Stefanski talked about the culture that they're building on the Browns.
As you know, that locker room that's you guys. That's not my locker room. I trust the leaders in our football team. The things that you do in that locker room, I think it gets lost on people. Everybody sees what goes on Sundays, but man, there is so much hard work. Think
Definitely.
about in the meeting room, in the weight room. I mean, that is so much that leads up to those games on Sunday. And without a strong locker room, it's too hard. So I'm blessed to have the group that we have. That culture that you guys have instilled in this place. That's what wins on Sundays, is just having those type of people.
Most definitely.
And again, it's very interesting. Kevin Stefanski's crediting the players with the culture.
Yeah, you were being kind earlier by saying it wasn't going too well before they got here. But for fans, it's harder for us because now this is the expectation.
Right.
But if we just look backwards and see where this team was in 16 and 17. And even though the 2 years prior to AB and Stefanski getting here, there was a slight uptick in wins. There was a little better personnel, but there was the foundation was shaky, and it could nosedive quickly. And that's what you've seen. And it's taken some time to get to this point now where the foundation is solid. And that's where, like, if I were to ask you, would 9 wins suffice for this next season? Probably say no. That's where they're at, and that's because you build a strong foundation with a locker room, and that's the expectation. You have players in that locker room that hold everyone else accountable, and now that is the expectation because you have the players that believe that. They truly believe it. So it's not just, how fans, we expect to win, of course, but, if the guys in the locker room don't, that doesn't matter. Well, you got the right people in place in power and in the locker room now, and this is all about building. But you have to be careful because you can also let the wrong voices into your locker room, and you could take that down just as easily as you build it. So it's careful, and then, you have to keep it there for several years before it kind of takes care of itself. They're still in that maintaining phase.